What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the show. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when we're popping up with new episodes. This week, I'm super happy to sit down with my boy Andrew Schulz, although he's across the country in New York, battling out the madness that is going on over there. Again, all the dates that we've been putting out, rescheduling for the Andrew Santino Red Rocket Tour, are online at andrewsantino.com. You can check it out. Things are being pushed around. We can't help it. We're doing our best, man. I'm sorry. But you can go to andrewsantino.com to see all the dates. And you can also go on there and check out, Boston just got released. Boston, I'm playing the Wilbur Theater in Boston, October 17th. So those dates are going to be up there. You can buy them tickets. I think that's safe enough to say October will be a great time for all of us, I hope. I hope. It's my birthday weekend, so I want to go party in Boston, dude. Go to andrewsantino.com for all those details, as well as our Patreon and our merch. We got great, incredible merch there, a whole slew of stuff that you can buy, shirts, hats, also a hoodie. And our Patreon is there where I'm doing solo episodes for certain tiers and one-on-one Q&A chats. We have a lot of exclusive content we're going to continue to put up there as time goes on. I'm very excited to bring it to you. So go to andrewsantino.com for all of that jazz. But enough of me rambling. Let's get to the episode.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
What you
What
know
is
about
this?
What you know about that right there?
Oh, yeah, McAllen's great. I got a bunch of that shit,
Look
dude.
at the year though. Look at the year.
20, what is it, 21?
That's 21, bro. That's 21, bro. Okay?
21.
You know where I got this?
What is it? 21. That's German, bro. 21, McAllen.
I don't know.
Where'd you
about
get that? Who gave it to you?
I got this in a underground strip club in Russia.
What? Come on, man.
In
When?
In Moscow, Russia. I was in Moscow, Russia doing shows, and we went to this crazy underground strip club. It was across the street from like the Russian courthouse, from the Moscow courthouse, and it was in a garage, and a wall of the garage just opened up. It was a cement wall, and it just opened up, and then we drove in, and inside were like no less than 50 women in wedding gowns, but they were like bra wedding gowns, like you see through lace wedding gowns. Screaming at the top of their lungs that we arrived like we're the fucking Miami Heat after their third championship, going crazy, losing their shit. And we were in there with this Russian comic who's like, he's huge out there. He took us, and we had our own little private room. The room had a bedroom in it and a jacuzzi and a shower. He's like, any girl you want, $200. I mean,
$200?
$200, bro. And that was his
Real
rate.
cheap.
No, matter of fact,
Right.
he paid for everything. He was like, any girl you want is whatever you want.
$200 sounds ridiculously cheap.
I mean, that's his deal. He probably spent 20 grand that night.
Jesus
Minimum.
Christ.
Minimum 20. I was like, how much?
Jesus.
I go, how much should I pay? He goes, it would be more than the whole money you make coming here. So I went from how much can I pay to, yo, can I get that McAllen to go?
Yeah. Can you wrap up the McAllen for the table, please?
I'll take some
Wrap
of the
that up.
grape leaves. Those grape leaves.
Yeah. Cheers, bro. Cheers to you sipping on that McAllen. Cheers.
Hold
cheers.
on, but
cheers.
there's none left, bro. I have one sip left.
Oh, bro. All right. Well,
It's
then hit the one
left.
sip.
Hold on. Okay.
Hit the sip.
Let's do one sip together. What are you sipping on?
This is a little bit of Eagle Rare. Buffalo Trace's, that's their like older brother.
Ready?
Their oldest brother is Blanton's. Yeah. Cheers to you, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How do you say?
Cheers, man.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You say Salanche in Ireland.
Slancha.
Slanche.
Slancha.
Slanche. Slancha. I didn't do it. Let me do a proper intro, too. We're going to use all that stuff.
My bad.
No, you're good, dude. No, I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. It's Andrew Schulz again. My man. You got the, Schultz, you got the racing jacket on. You know what I mean? You've transcended. Now, only black dudes when I was a kid could wear racing jackets. And now you rock it, bro. Only black dudes. I had black friends that would wear NASCAR jackets, and they would never go to NASCAR.
Never.
But
That's
they rock
cultural
it.
appropriation, bro. Why didn't we call them
Hard,
out on
yeah.
that?
Yeah, because you know why? Because all the people. I think that's such an inside joke. All the people that go to those NASCAR things hate black people, so they wear the jacket to be like, yeah, I'll wear your shit. Oh. You know, I think that's them shitting on the culture, being like a step above. Also, black people like bright colors, and they always had like Skittles sponsors or like Tide. It was always bright, shiny colors. Yeah,
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 man. That relationship with Skittles went downhill, though.
Yeah. Well, actually, but you know what? No, Marshawn Lynch. You know, he brought it back.
What was Trayvon? Was Trayvon eating Skittles?
Skittles, yeah, it was, yeah.
Can't
But
do the
Marshawn Lynch
Skittles.
was he was a Skittle guy forever, man.
Marshawn
he repped
was,
Skittles
huh?
hard. Yeah, he would eat them. He would, you know, remember when he didn't want to do press conferences? He would just say, "Thank you for asking that question."
Yeah.
He would just go, "Yeah, thank you for saying that." He
What
would
did-
start
yeah.
eating Skittles in the middle of the press conference. That was like his response.
I do kind of
Yeah.
like loosely recall that. I don't understand what they want from running backs in press conferences. It's just
What do you
like,
want
I
from
run
anybody?
straight. I just run straight or I run around. Well, I mean,
I've had
I
this.
try to avoid the
I've had
other
this
guys.
argument. I've had this argument so many times. I don't think athletes should be required to do post-game interviews. If they want to, they can. If they're
Yeah.
that kind of guy that likes being, because otherwise you get someone like Kawhi Leonard who gets in front of the camera, who's not good on camera because
Yeah.
they force him to be there, and then you get one of those memes out of him that's like, because he can't laugh,
Right.
You know, and then they loop it and spread it around. It's like, you know, I think unless they want to speak to the media, why do I need to, you know, why? Get one guy that represents the whole team, and then the rest of the guys, if they want to talk, they can. Otherwise, leave them alone.
I'm losing you a
Leave 'em-
little bit.
Are you losing me right now?
A little
I
bit.
got you
Yeah.
just
How's
fine.
the Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
Is that my
I'm
Wi-Fi?
good. No, I got you fine. You're good on my end.
Okay, you were just getting a little
This-
blurry and then it went slow-mo for a second.
The
Fuck it.
technological flubs of this shit, man. This fucking
know.
this sucks.
I know,
How are you
it
how are you
sucks.
holding up in New York? What's going on?
I'm fucking done, bro. I'm done with it. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. It's a wrap. I'm over it. Let's get back to normal. It's time to get back to normal. I can't do it anymore.
So are you not wearing a mask at all, even when you're going
No,
into
I'll
like
only wear a mask if the store requires me to. I'll wear the mask, but like
Yeah.
I just think it's stupid. I'm gonna start. I'll start shaking hands probably next week. Like I'm just.
You got-
I'm over
Yeah.
it. I'm over it. It's not, like I feel like we would have all gotten it now if we were supposed to get it. You've been going around. You've been hanging out. You've been probably at different people's studios and shit.
Well, here's what I've been doing. Me and Bobby. Bobby's the only one I see in studio.
Did Bobby
But-
get it?
I don't know. I feel like he might be the source.
He's
You know
the
what I mean? I
fucking
feel like
source. So if you're not getting it from him, you're good. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like he's the one, man. Well, here's the thing. In California,
Yeah.
every single store requires a mask. You can't. They won't even let you in. They
Right.
won't let you in the front door unless you have a mask on. I mean, New York is got to be the same, right? They're not letting you
Yeah.
into stores if you don't have a mask. Yeah.
I mean, Whole
It's
Foods.
crazy.
That's it. But I'm fine. We can wear masks in the stores, but it's just like we got to stop it. Like you're walking out across the street, like, and somebody like sidesteps 6 feet away so that you're not 6 feet social distance. It's like you fucking cuck. Just walk down the street regular, you little bitch. Dude, it's so
I run.
pathetic.
I've been running every night, and I don't run with a mask on because I live in the burbs, dude.
Yeah.
No one's anywhere near me.
Beautiful
I live in
house.
the middle of nowhere.
Beautiful
Thank
house,
you, bro.
eh? Beautiful house.
Beautiful house.
Yeah.
No, bro, but I run in the neighborhood. I'm near nobody, and people once in a great while I'll see someone walking their dog, you know, like 20 yards away.
Yeah.
And they'll give me like a look because I don't wear a mask when I run. But I'm not fucking near anybody. I'm not.
Yeah.
I couldn't hit you with a tennis ball if I tried to. It's like I'm nowhere near you. You're never gonna, you know. But I get these looks all the time when I run without a mask because I run
Cowards.
7 to 8 miles.
Cowards.
Yeah,
They don't deserve
They just
it.
give me this. Here's my thing. If you want to be overprotective, I understand. Do your thing, whatever. But don't throw me looks because I'm running without a fucking mask.
Also,
Cut it,
don't
like-
be overprotective, you pussy. We got to get back to like, remember when we called OCD people weirdos? Like, okay, we all did
Yeah.
the OCD thing for a month. Eventually, we got to get back to normal, okay?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're not going to get
Herd
back
immunity.
to normal with this wash your hands 15 times. Are you washing your hands after you pee anymore? I stopped.
To be real with you, I never wash my hands after I piss. I
During,
never have.
be honest, right when it hit, you
Swear to
still
God.
didn't?
I swear to God, I don't.
I respect
I
that.
only
I respect
only wash
that.
my hands after I dookie. I wash my hands of course. But like after I piss, I don't know.
Bro.
I mean, that's
Bro,
you know. I
after
think
a dookie,
didn't
dude,
Seinfeld
After
Yeah.
a dookie, dude, be honest.
After a dookie.
If you're folding
Yeah.
4 times and you don't puncture, you're washing your hands after a dookie. If you fold 4 times and you don't puncture.
if I don't puncture and it's a ghost shit and there's no remnants, there's no leftovers, then I might do like a quick zhush real fast. I might do it
No
real
soap,
fast.
just water.
Zhush, and then I get out. Yeah, a little zhush, and then I move on.
Will you ever? I mean, how confident? This is gonna talk about confidence. How confident are you? Will you ever shit and be like, I'm so confident that's a ghost shit, I'm not even gonna wipe. I'm gonna put my underwear and pants on and then go about the rest of my day. Have you ever been that? You seem like a confident man, Santino. Do you have that level of confidence?
There's a couple of days, bro, where I take such a smooth, clean ghost shit that I get up and I walk away and I leave it, knowing it's gonna ghost away into the toilet. I don't even hit the. I don't let it. I let it go away on its own. I'm not flushing it. I don't even flush it. I know it's gonna disappear when I come home. Someone better take care of it. Ugh. My schedule, but my schedule has changed. Of like, what's crazy because I used to get up first thing in the morning. I'd get in the shower. And now I do work and then I go work out and then I shower, or I won't even till the end of the day if I know I got to run that, because it's like I feel dirtier now around the house because I'm a weirdo with OCD cleanliness. But now because my schedule isn't get up and get out of the house, that's really manipulated the way I'm like. That's been my wash your hands 15 times a day. My consciousness over showering, because I used to wake up and immediately get in the shower. Like, do you shower first thing in the morning?
I do whatever I can to avoid showering.
What? What are you 15?
I only shower if I fuck or work out. Those are the only times I'll ever shower.
Come on, bro.
Sex or workout.
That's it?
Yeah. And I'm not having that much sex. So it's mostly working out. So I would say I shower on average maybe 4 times a week tops.
Bro. Come on.
Yep.
What about when it's the middle of the summer, when it's dead middle of the summer and it's hot as fuck in New York?
I'm just
humid.
talking about Corona. If we're not in Corona, it's a different game, right? If we're sweating all over the place, if I'm on flights and shit, you're flying from New York to Tampa. Of course, I'm gonna take a shower when I get there. But it's just me and my girl in the crib, and then I'm coming to the studio, and then we're in the crib. Like, what the fuck do we need a shower for?
What's her schedule? Has she noticed that? Has she been? You don't keep tabs on her.
She's just in the house. She's just in the house waiting for me to come home. Got all the energy. I've been expending energy all day. I've been doing podcasts all day. I'm talking all day. I'm creating content all day. And I open that door and she is ready to fucking go. She is ready to go. Tell me all the shit she didn't do that day.
Just vomit, just mental vomit, just and you just have to absorb it, just eat all that shit. You just have to eat it up.
I love it. I love it.
My lady, my old bag was, she's in the mode of trying to maybe get that baby circulating. So she's like, trying to set up some sexy fuck schedule.
Walls, dog?
Yeah, dude.
Are
so
you
listen to this.
Painting walls? Hold on.
Man. Yeah. No, no drip mats. No drip mats. No drip mats. I'm letting it go. No, I'm just broad strokes.
Okay.
I'm losing it.
Now,
letting it go.
I've never gotten a girl pregnant. When you bust, do you even stay in for like the dribble that comes out after? Or do you just give her the first 2 shots that actually shoot out?
No, you got to let it sit. You got to let it sit.
You let it sit and you get soft in her. You just soften up.
No, you don't soften up. I got some strong genes. My old man, dude, one time in the car, I was like 14 and like a boner pill ad came on the radio or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, what is that? And my dad is like, guys, when they get older, they can't get their penis up anymore. And I was like, wait, really? And he's like, yeah, they can't get erections anymore. A lot of guys, when they get older, their penis can't get hard. And I was like, whoa, your dick just like runs out of boners? My dad was like, no, just, it's time. And he's like, you'll understand it when you get older. I don't want to get into it. And I was like, does your penis still get hard, Dad? And he turns to me, he's like driving like a fucking movie. He just turns and he goes, you're from good stock. Yeah, so I was like, I won't have to worry about that shit. But I stay hard for a long time, dude. After I'm done, I'm still pretty hard for another like 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, no, that's
I stay stiff. I don't know, because he's ready to go again just in case. So I let it sit. For a little while. And usually if I'm being courteous, she gets to take another ride, She's got a 2 for 1.
How old are you?
36.
And you fuck you come, and then you fuck right again.
Yeah. Not every time, but I can do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Meat
Yeah,
and
I can't
potatoes
do
and
that.
whiskey.
I can't
Meat,
do
potatoes,
that.
and whiskey. Yeah, dude. You know what? I think it's not every time, dude. It depends on the mental facets too, right?
Yeah.
How turned on I am. But the other day, I ran 7 miles, and she's being real sexy. I get to the house. There's like a note on the door. It's real sexy. Come inside the room. You know. I get in there.
Wait, what?
She's
How do you make a note saying "come inside the room, sexy"? What did she think? You were just gonna hang out in the living room of your own home? You think after your run, you weren't gonna go into your room and fucking change clothes?
Dog. I have other rooms, bro. I have other showers.
Nice house.
I got other showers.
Nice house.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I usually go shower in the other shower, right? I didn't know where she was.
Right.
But she left a little cute note being like, come see me in the room.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. And I get it. I take a shower. I get in there. She's looking fucking stunning. And I'm so tired from running that I start to try to get into it, and I straight up go, I'm not going to do it. I'm never going to be able to. 7 miles, man. My body was rocked.
It's a lot. You don't just give her that back.
I was like, you got to give me a couple out. You got to give me some downtime. Maybe later tonight.
Question.
Too hard, man.
Can you give her that back though? Can you lay on the back and then just let her do what she does?
No, man, I'm tired. After running 7 miles, I'm beat, dude.
But you don't have to do anything. You just lay on your back.
I know, but I still have to get into it, bro. You know, and getting into it that's such a big step to get into it. You know, like I don't want to just lay there. That's no fun. Then she's like, fucking a dead guy.
That's
Fuck that.
the best.
No, I want to pump, dude. I like
pumping. Dude, come on, man.
Your boy likes pumping, dude. I'm the pump king player.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. You lazy Schultz. You're fucking lazy Schultz.
No,
I'm the
way,
pump
dude.
king player.
No, you got to get on. You got to get below, and then just maybe I'll do some pumps from below.
Yeah, but that's whack. That's weak. How
That
hard
right
can
there.
you snap?
That right
Yeah,
there.
a couple of bam,
That right
bam,
there.
little snap.
Get that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my move.
That's your number one.
That's my move.
No.
The lily pad.
I like being in control, bro. I want to drive it. I want to fly the plane.
You can still be in control, man. You can still be
Not
in
from
control
down
from
there.
underneath.
When they're riding, when the female is on top, my whole life I've always felt like I feel like I'm not gonna get the last shot. I'm like, you got to give me the ball, coach. I got to switch. Let me on top so I can. Let me figure this out. Because when I'm below, it's good. But you know, you want LeBron to hit that last fucking shot. So flip over. Let me hit it. Let me do it my way.
Dude. I like them coming on top. They know how to work their own system. I just sit there and they use me like a vibrator. They come and then I start to do whatever I want to do and have sex. Because I feel bad, I guess. I feel guilty if she doesn't come, but I do.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
but you
feel
always gotta
shitty.
let her. Well, yeah, but dude, yeah. What you always got to let them go first.
Exactly.
You
So
gotta
they
let
got to
them
go first, and then
Right.
I let them get on top, and I let them knock that shit out, and then we start to have fun, etc.
Right.
But I'm not
okay.
going to try
Well,
to fuck it out of you. It just seems so crazy. It's like you know
No,
where
see,
it
but
is.
but once you've been with someone for a long time, you communicate how they get what they need, so you figure that out fast. You figure that out real fast. I go diving.
You like to go
I go
diving.
deep. I go deep sea diving.
I go
Yeah, I
sunbathing.
figure.
I like to just hang out on the beach. Hey, have a good time. Hey, enjoy the water. Let me know how it is.
I got my flippers on and shit and my mask. I'm walking down, kicking up sand and shit. My snorkel getting caught. You're just sitting on your fucking towel, chilling.
Just having
Hey,
a
man,
Mai
enjoy
Tai.
it. Tell me how the water is, bud. Hey, speaking of this, tell me you heard this.
Can I
There's a-
stop you and
there's a-
congratulate you real
Yeah.
quick?
On what?
Everybody
On
keeps
what?
telling me how amazing Dave is, and I know I told you privately.
Oh, yeah, people
but
people like it.
you know, Charlemagne just gave this big endorsement to it on the podcast this week, and Alex, you know, the guy who does all the video stuff for me, he's like, yo, the show's amazing, this, that, the other. It's absolutely incredible. So congrats, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
This is
Yeah.
great.
We're the I think it's the biggest comedy viewership since Atlanta for FX, which
Amazing.
is wild. Yeah, we're the
Amazing.
black Jewish. We're the Jewish version of Atlanta. We're like the black Jewish version of Atlanta because he's embedded in hip hop culture. Charlemagne was in the last episode,
Right.
which was great because he didn't hold back. You know, he was shitting on Dave. which was fun to watch Charlemagne be Charlemagne. Like they didn't, you know what I mean? I hate when somebody like Charlemagne goes on a show and they make him do a different thing. It's not worth it. So let him do what he's going to do. So he treated Dave kind of how he always treats Dave, which I liked. You know what I mean? It was very obvious. And by the way, I still don't know if Charlemagne's a fan. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if he likes Dave.
I know he really likes the show. I don't know. It's hard to impress Charlotte as a white rapper.
Yeah. Well, dude,
Like,
I mean,
you gotta like check off all these boxes as a white rapper for Charlemagne. I've noticed like anytime white rappers go in, you know, he's always like, so what are you doing to like support Black Lives Matter and all this shit? And then when black rappers come in, he's just like, so what's good?
Yeah. But
like,
I mean, that's comes with the territory, bro.
Community.
That comes with the territory. I get that. But I've said this before on podcasts, and I get a lot of shit for it. But I've said it before. I prefer my rappers black. That's just me. I prefer my rappers black. I was never a big white rapper dude. No, I mean I like Eminem, but he was never my like. Eminem was never my goat. Okay, he was never my goat.
You're not white angst.
No, I
That's
never.
Kind of
I wasn't.
Who you are inside. You
No.
probably would relate to like what a black rapper is talking about before you related to Eminem.
Yeah, so I never like. I was never.
But are you
I mean,
like
I admitted
a Common
this.
guy? Do you like Common? Do you like the poetry rap, the woke fucking whatever
Bro.
that is? I don't even know what you
Common?
call it. Yeah,
Dude, I respect.
Isn't he from
Common.
Chicago?
Yes, I respect Common, but I don't. You know, I don't need I don't need a TED Talk lesson when I want to listen to someone spit shit. Like my favorite groups or individuals when I was a kid was always Gangstar, Nas. I love fucking Jedi Mind Tricks. So I like dark ethereal rap like Jedi Mind Tricks, but I also liked just phenomenal lyricists like Nas. And I love Gangstar because I thought Premier made the greatest beats of all time. And I think Guru's voice was, you know, but that was more those are kind of my cliques of hip hop. Like I used to joke around all the time. My friends would give me shit. I never liked the Beastie Boys. I still don't like the Beastie Boys. You'll never convince me that they're the group that everyone loved. I get that they were early in the game. Respect that they were pioneers. They never hit with me. Ever. I just never liked it. I never liked that stuff. So
here's a question. You don't like white rappers. What about white basketball players? And be honest.
Who? JJ Redick? Like who? You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, do you like them a little bit more? Do you rank them a little higher?
No.
Jason Williams.
No. Dude, White Chocolate was great, but also he proved himself to not have longevity. So many of these white ball players.
He got a ring with the Heat.
Dude, he had nothing to do with that. He wasn't
didn't.
him,
Huge
dude.
Game 5.
Dude, he was great. He was flashy.
Baseline jumper with 4 minutes to go. Not
he
like
was
I
flashy.
remember.
He was flashy and he was fun to watch, but he just wasn't. He'll never go down in history as one of the greatest hoopers. I don't think any white ball player will go down as one of the greatest hoopers. So that's my answer. So it's like there's no white ball player that I'm like, that kid Tyler Hero, Tyler Hero, yeah, he's good. He's legit, but you know who knows? He's never going to be Zion.
Right. I have a question. How long were you in Hollywood before they made you hate white people?
Dude, I've hated white people. I've hated white people my whole life, dude.
How long before they sat you down and they were like, listen, Santino, we think you got a career ahead of you, okay? All we're going to need you to do is diddle that kid and say you hate white people. And you can have whatever you want. You can have Dave on FX. Also on Hulu. You can have it if you just touch the right. There's Tom Hanks. Look, see, he does it. You just touch the right boys and girls, and then everything is yours, Santino. Just admit they got to you.
Hey, that's
admit
why
they got to you.
Hey, that's
You're
why I'm third.
compromised.
That's why I'm third lead on that show. I would be a fucking superstar if I touched kids, and if I did all the things they wanted me, I'd already be famous by now. I didn't abide. I said, look, I'll hate white people, but I'm not going to touch kids. And they were like, well, then you're never going to be a star.
That's what
you're
gets
never
you
going to be a
third
star.
lead. So if you just hate whites, you get third leads. You get the side, you get like the funny friend. You get to be funny friend. But if you want to be the lead,
you got to touch kids. You got to buy into the system.
Okay. So you're saying Lil Dicky's been out there diddling.
Where do you think the name comes from, dude?
It's not his dick.
Shit. Yeah, bro. I didn't buy into the system. Fuck that. No, I didn't.
Come on,
fuck
they
that.
had to see you. They had to see you on the come up. They had to see you rise. They had to sit you down
Yeah.
and have a conversation with you. They didn't have a convo with you. They were like, listen, we see a future.
They never let
Nothing?
me in, bro.
You weren't
They
tapped on
never
the
let me
shoulder?
in. They never let me in. Nobody ever let me in. No one trusts a redhead. People, they don't trust me either. They don't know. I'm on the fringe of Hollywood. They don't look.
Yeah.
I'm a white Irish Catholic kid from Chicago. They don't want to let me in.
But you don't identify as Italian?
I'm Italian and Irish, but to them, I'm a fucking redhead. They don't get. They see me as a Catholic Irish Chicago. That's what they see when they see me. I get the same joke every time I walk into any casting room or any meeting with some like producer or whatever, some big shot in Hollywood. They always do the same shit. They always go, Santino. I didn't think you'd be a redhead. You know, I didn't. That's not what I thought. And I go, yeah, you know, my father's Italian, my mother's Irish. That's, you know, that's is what it is. And they're like, huh. And they're like annoyed by it for some, like they expected like Michael Imperioli or some fucking, you know what I mean? Like they wanted someone to look like Joe Mantegna. They wanted someone to look like an Italian when they hear Santino.
Hold on. Wasn't Santino in Godfather a redhead?
Yeah. No. Sonny. No, that was Sonny. Sonny was not a redhead, but like
he was strawberry
brown,
blonde.
light brown, like a light brown maybe. I don't think it was close to red, but it was like a light brown. Yeah. And they killed his ass in a phone booth. Let me ask you this for real.
Go.
Did you hear about this festival? I just read about this the other day.
Don't
this
say
festival
Zoom festival. If you tell me there's a Zoom comedy festival.
Panama. No. I'm sure there is. Panama, the last like a music festival happened in Panama in March or some shit, and they got stuck. And now there's a ton of these people that are stuck in Panama, and the government won't let them leave. Like all these fucking hippie, you know, these like tribal fucking festival kids are stuck on this little part of this island off the coast of Panama.
Do they have Kung Flu or no?
No, they won't. But they're contained. They won't let them leave. They can't. No one can leave. So the government of Panama has got all these soldiers down there, bullying them around a little bit, kind of like keeping them stuck on this island. All these white. This is why.
I love it.
This is why white people love festivals. And they get themselves in these situations, and that's what happens. That's why you're never gonna catch me flying somewhere to go be isolated with a bunch of weirdos who are on crazy drugs on a little island, just listening to some dork music. No, never.
What if
never?
What if it was Epstein's Island? And be honest, have you been there?
I've been. It's fine.
There? Don't
I've been.
fucking
It's
lie
fine.
to me. Oh, you have been? Have you been? Tell me, what happens on the island, dude? I know that you're connected.
Honestly,
I
all right.
know,
Here's what happens.
dude. I know.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Go.
If you're very famous, you show up on a Thursday or a Friday. If you're my level, you show up on a Monday or a Tuesday.
You
get
got
midweek.
an off night? You didn't even get the weekend. You got a one-nighter? They gave you a door deal at Epstein's
Dude, I gotta play 3 shows Monday, 2 on Tuesday. I gotta do a matinee on Wednesday.
Oh, shit.
And then I get to stay for the weekend.
Zany's downtown schedule. You got
And on Epstein's Island, I have to stay in a condo that's owned by an outside third party. The carpets are gross. It's just not as nice as you think, man, when you're not that famous. They let you on, but you know, like those guys get served, you know, they get served Wagyu beef. I have a buffet. You know, there's different sections of the island for different people. To make no mistake, we don't all get to break bread together. You don't get to sit at the big boy table, you know?
Yeah.
It's different.
No,
it's
I
different.
Hear it, man. I fucking hear it, dog. I know what's going on down
different.
there. I know what's going on
different.
in LA, dog. We don't have that shit here in New York, man.
Bro.
We don't have that fancy pedophile party shit, you know?
Yeah, you do. It's different though.
Oh,
it's
what
just
is it?
different out there. New York isn't into and they're not into pedophilia, but they're into
Puerto Ricans.
You guys are into foreign manipulation of adults, right? Yeah, you steal Puerto Ricans and Cubans, and you fuck with their whole lives, and you ruin them, manipulate them, you sexually abuse them, you use them as slaves in your economy. Yeah, man. Yes.
Hold on. You're saying that people in New York use Latinos as slaves in our economy.
Yep.
Where do you get your avocados?
Everywhere, bro. Mexico. I get mine from Juarez. Hey, I really hope this guy. I want this podcast to get picked up, and they're like,
Yo, how many groups can we? How many groups can we offend? In the one? What are we missing? UFOs? Should we talk about the aliens?
no, yeah, let's talk about the aliens, man. The motherfuckers came and they showed
Are
up.
you into the aliens, bro?
The CIA released all that footage. Did you watch any of that footage online of these UFOs?
Man, come on, bro. Come on,
It's
bro.
good.
That wasn't
It's
the
good.
aliens, bro. You didn't see when they hosed down the Hasidic Jews in Brooklyn? That was one of their hats. That's just what happened when
It got blown off into space?
Dude, they were trying to have a funeral for this rabbi. They wouldn't go inside, and eventually they started hosing him down. One of their hats kept spinning out in the air. They got a little footage of that shit. That's it,
UFO.
bro. That's all that was.
Did they really? Hey, did they really do that? They hosed down a bunch of dudes. Is that really what
dude,
happened?
They were in the street, and everybody was saying, "Hey, you got to be inside for Corona and shit." And you know they don't believe in Corona, so they were just outside doing their thing. And then they started hosing them down. Apparently,
Who? The fire department showed up and hosed them down?
Alex, how'd they do it? I don't even think it was a fire department. I think it was a few black kids just from the projects right next to
They cracked the hydrant like it's
about
summer.
time we clean these motherfuckers.
Cracking a hydrant like it's the middle of summer, letting it spray, putting your hand up to it to get direction and shit. Open it up. It's July. Open it up.
Oh shit! They were out there apparently because the rabbi died from Corona, and they were just
Oh,
still
shit.
out there all hanging out.
Oh shit!
I know.
Really?
Yeah, De Blasio even tweeted some shit. He was like, "Yo, y'all need to stay inside, man, for real." But
See,
I
here's
respect what
what-
they're doing, bro. Just go out there. You're good. You got a beard. It's gonna block it.
So let me say this: if you know someone's got it, someone says I tested for it, and they're in your circle, what are you doing? What's your
Yeah.
response? Go ahead. Someone that comes to the studio has got it. What are you doing?
What am I doing to them?
What are you gonna do about it? What do you like? What would you do if someone came to the studio and was like, "Yo, I just tested positive. I have it. I don't have any symptoms. I might be asymptomatic, but I'm letting you know. I don't know. I've been coming to work for the past 4 weeks in the studio. I have it. What are you doing? What's the response?
I'm asymptomatic, bro.
You are?
I think.
You think you've already had it, or
I
you're
think-
a carrier?
Honestly, I think my immune system was not. I think it was just like, we're not dealing with this right now.
You
Do you know what I'm
it was
saying?
pick-
Do you understand what
We're
I'm
not
saying?
doing-
Like,
This is not us right now. We're
hey,
not doing
we
this
don't
today.
have time for this shit. You know what I
We're not
mean? We
doing
got
this. We
content
got so
to
much
make.
stuff
We got
going
things
on.
to do, right? So
Right,
if one of the
right.
guys on my team came through and he had the Rones, I think that we would just be like, nah. I think that would be our approach. I think
Nah.
he'd be like, I got it, and we'd be like, nah, and then we just keep on moving and then see what happens. I'm confident
Alec-
I could be around it, and I can't get it.
And what about Alex is nervous? He's sitting there. He's like, well, that's you, Is he nervous?
Alex thinks he had it. He was
Really?
He had like he had like pink eye or some shit, and I think he had pink eye, and he was like, I think it was Corona. It wasn't pink eye the whole time. So he thinks he had it. Mark's girlfriend is a nurse. She's an essential worker.
Oh, no shit. She's not
Yeah.
coming home, though. He hasn't seen her.
She comes home. He's hitting that raw dogging spiel. Dude, he's raw dogging that Rona. And we're still out here making content. We don't give a fuck.
Mark's wife. Where does she work? What hospital does she work at? His girlfriend.
Yo, chill, fam. Chill. Hey, chill, fam. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Santino,
Proof.
chill out.
I want
fam.
proof, bro. Show me the papers.
Yo,
Show me the
Santino, chill
papers,
out,
Schultz.
fam.
Show me the
Come on, there's some
papers,
crazy
bro.
people out there, bro. No, what hospital is she at?
She works at Will Cornell.
Oh, okay. Wow. Shit. And she's seeing all these dead bodies? Is she seeing all these like insane amount of dead bodies?
Ain't no dead bodies. They're making it up, bro.
No dead bodies?
Dude, I mean, look, some people die, but people die. You don't live forever.
When are you dead, Schultz? When are
Say
you,
again?
When is it over for you? When are you dead?
I'm hitting 3 digits for certain.
No chance.
For
You think you're going to be
certain.
over 100? You're nuts, bro.
Hey, for certain. Let me tell you
No
something.
way.
Hey,
You got to
bro.
get more beef. You got to get more beef on your body. That you don't have enough beef. You got
Yo,
to
I'm
you got to
beefing
get more
up.
beef. You got to
I'm
get more
beefing
beef to
up.
get to 100.
I have to lift more
har-
weights?
You, just more mass in general. Like if you know how dads have that stock, that like heavy stock to them, that they're just they may look thick, but it's hard as a rock. You got to
Yeah.
get that. You got to
But
get more
all those
mass
guys
in there.
have like cardiac arrest.
No, that's dudes with stomachs. I'm just talking about just thickness.
Just
like
beef?
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
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 Let me tell you something, man. The fucking Corona break. Let me Schultz, you got to beef up. You got to stop fucking around, and you stop fucking hanging out with so many blacks. I mean, I like them. They're fine. They're fine to have near as buddies. I just don't think let them into your house, and it's a bad idea. But just you're a good dude. It's fine. Dude, you know what? You want to know what's insane about this fucking dude? He said he was going to eat his neighbors, and they blew it out of her. You know. They interviewed him and they were like, he goes, I'd eat my neighbor if I got hungry enough. I'd fucking eat him. I'd protect my children. I'd eat my neighbors' heads right off their bodies.
Dude, I saw the video. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Absolutely. But we all
He's
would.
hilarious.
Wouldn't you? If it push came to shove, right?
Yes.
You have to feed your children.
Yeah.
You've already fed them your wife. You're eventually going to start feeding them your neighbors, right? That's who's left.
Yes. I like how you go wife first, and then neighbors.
Dude, I'm locking
Get rid of
off
her.
those
She's got to
titties
go.
in a heartbeat, dude. That's the first thing coming off.
Put that in the crock pot. Let it simmer for a little while. Let it break down. Put some enchilada sauce in there. Some green chilies. Titty fillets are up, kids. Let's go. Titty fillets are up.
No, in all seriousness, could you eat? Now, I obviously protect the wifey. I protect the kids. Nothing can ever happen to them. Would you eat a human being if it came to that?
I wouldn't even think twice. If I needed to survive, I wouldn't even think twice.
Would.
If I know I needed to do something like that. You know, some people say, what was that movie, the soccer team Alive? You know, that they had to eat each other when they crashed in the Himalayas or whatever.
Yes.
And a lot of people, they took like an audience poll at one of the testing groups, and they had like something insane when they tested the movie that like 80% of people said yes, but 20% said they just couldn't do it. It was like, who are these 20% of people that couldn't fucking eat someone if your life depended on it?
Those are the ones that would do it even if their life didn't depend on it. That's why they had to say no. They would do it no matter what. Okay?
Because they're
100%.
actually freaks, right?
They got it in
right.
here. Those are the people. I
Right.
don't see color. Yeah, you do.
Right.
You see it a lot.
Yeah, you
see
do.
it vivid, HD. Okay? What I want to understand is
Polarized. You see people polarized. Like he's super black. He's black. You're right. They're
Dude,
that's
how
hiding
are they
something.
getting any meat on the bone? All the people in that movie alive are built like Neil Brennan. There's no way that they had any muscles that they could tear meat off of. Dude,
Yeah,
first,
you eat Neil Brennan. You're just getting you're getting bones and attitude. That's
you
all you're gonna
hand
get.
Neil Brennan's thigh to your dog. That's the only person that can get some nutrients out of that thing. There isn't a muscle on Neil's body. Neil's glasses barely stay on his face. Dude,
shit.
Voldemort has an easier time keeping his glasses on than Neil.
Oh shit!
Love you, Neil.
Love you. Neil, we love you. We love
Come
you,
on.
Neil.
Who are
We
you
love
attacking
bro.
next? Tyler Perry, let's go.
No, let's talk real talk about fucking. I know you're watching. I know you're watching Last Dance, and you see all this stuff about Isaiah Thomas is coming at Jordan hard.
Sour.
Man. He's
Sour.
He is hard.
Sour.
It's wild. How much?
Now, you were
they
there during
still
it.
hate each other. Yeah,
You were there during it.
Yeah.
You are 6 years old, 7 years old in the beginning?
When Jordan came to the Bulls, I was just out of the womb.
First championship, 91, is it?
Oh, 91. Yeah, 91. Yeah, I was 8 years old.
8 years old. Okay, so you're like appreciating it. You're beginning to understand what basketball is. By the sixth one, you're a super fan.
This is the crazy thing about Chicago. Like my dad doesn't really love basketball anymore. He used to when we were young, and then he was just baseball and football, and he just never but when we were young, he was in love with it. And Jordan was, we used to eat, we never did this other than when the Bulls were on. We would eat family dinners in the living room in front of the TV. We would never do that. Dude, for anything. It could have been a presidential address about the world ending. We would have eaten dinner at the dinner table. My mother would never let us eat in the living room. But if the Bulls were on, we could sit in the living room in front of the television. My mom, my dad, me, it was like legit. The only time we could watch TV while we ate was if Jordan and the Bulls were on. It was my whole life when I was a kid.
Now, around your family, right? Did Jordan create like a ceasefire with racism, at least while he was playing? Do you know what I'm saying?
My uncles still said the N-word a lot, but they just said it more respectfully when, you know what I mean, during that era.
Mr. N-word.
Jordan, you know what Jordan did? But you know what Jordan did? Jordan did this thing that, Cosby had this effect where like Cosby did this thing that he was like, I'm dignified and I'm going to he put down the black community for being culturally who they were, right? And like he got certain whites to get on board. I think I told you this story when we talked last time. I sat next to a woman on a plane who I had a zany shirt on or something, and she's like, "Oh, you do comedy?" And I said, "Oh, I work in comedy." And she's like, "Oh, I love stand-up." I say, "Yeah, is that right?" And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Who's your favorite?" She goes, "Bill Cosby." I said, "Really?" This old white lady. I said, "Why? Why Bill Cosby?" And she goes, I just like how he would call out, the call out culture and the youth for, dirty words didn't need to be said and you didn't need to dress like a thug. And she was saying all the things. I was like, right, this is why when black people were like, fuck Bill Cosby, he's a bitch, is because this woman was like, he's teaching them the lessons they need to be taught. So Jordan did this weird thing where he was a well-educated, well-dressed, very, very keen with the media, like smooth and swift. And so white people and black people kind of both were obsessed with this character because he was clean on the court and off the court, he was squeaky clean to the media. So he like broke these weird barriers of racism until years later you found out, not everything that fucking glitters is gold. You know what I mean? You get your fucking dad killed. You owe $80 billion in gambling, all the shit that nobody wants to talk about.
You think he got his dad killed?
Unequivocally. There's literally not a doubt in my mind that his father got killed at the hands of someone that he operated with and owed money to. There's no doubt in my mind.
Why do you believe that? Why do you know that? Because you're in on Pizzagate?
Because I'm deep on Pizzagate. Because I stayed on the north side of Epstein's island, dude. I told you that.
No. Tell me why, for real. I'm curious about the conspiracy.
For a myriad of reasons. One, his father took a nap in his car on a road trip, and at a truck stop, he fell asleep in his car. His father was old. These are two young, very athletic, like in shape young dudes that robbed him. They didn't need to kill him. So the murdering wasn't an accident. They set out to kill him. By the way, if they really wanted to rob him, why would you take whatever bullshit he had and leave him in his car? It just doesn't make sense. Unless he's carrying around 50 racks, why are you killing some old guy for a couple grand? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up, right?
In here, we pour whiskey.
2 out of 3 men by the time they're 35 are going to experience a little bit of thinning and or baldness. It's just what happens. My hair's been thinning since I came out the womb. That's what happens when you get that Irish Italian thinning blood in you. It happens to all of us, man. The key thing is prevention. That's what you got to do. You need treatments that can take up to 4 to 6 months to see results. So it's important to see them fast. So Keeps is a company that knows what they are doing. They offer generic versions of FDA-approved hair loss products. They're the best that are out there. You get on their website, you can talk to a legit doctor in your area that lets you know what you are qualified for. It's a great system. Instead of going in to see a doctor and waiting in line and having that uncomfortable moment in the waiting room with other dudes. What is that dude doing here? Something wrong with his pecker? It's just weird. It's unnecessary. You get online from the comfort of your own home. You can try it out. It's nice. It's easy. It's simple. It comes to your door. Finasteride is something that a lot of men use to keep their hair on their head where it is because it's going to go away. God's trying to take it back. So you could take back control. And by doing that, save yourself a ton of money because Keeps is the best hair loss prevention medication out there. They got some of the best stuff. They start at just $10 a month for a limited time. You can get your first month for free because you're a listener and a fan of my show. If you're ready to take action, prevent your hair loss, go to keeps.com/whiskey to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's KEEPS.com/whiskey. You know how to spell it, baby. You drank it. Support for Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by MANSCAPED. They're the best in below-the-belt grooming for dudes. They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Come on, man. All of us know you got to keep it clean down there. Just because you're sitting on your couch, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, and cooling, you need to have some smooth nuts, whether it's for yourself, for your partner, or for both of you. You don't want to put your hand down there when you're lonely, thinking about tugging. to have to sift through a bunch of hair. It's gross, man. Clean it up, especially if you got a lady coming over or a dude coming over, depending on who you are and what you like. Doesn't matter to me. Keep yourself nice and tidy, okay? Keep it clean, will you? Will you keep it clean for everybody? Manscaped has amazing tools. This Lawnmower 3.0 is perfect. It's got a light on it. It's waterproof. It's going to make sure you don't nick your nuts because that's my biggest pet peeve. I've done it almost every time I do clean my sack up over the years until I started getting their stuff. They send me a bunch of stuff and I use all of it. It's worth every single penny. I promise. Go to manscaped.com. If you use that promo code whiskey, you get 20% off. It's worth it. It's worth it to look your best and feel your best. Keep your nuts clean. You know what I mean? You don't have to wash your hair that often, but you got to shave your nuts, dude. Stay safe, stay clean. Go to manscaped.com. Type in that promo code whiskey to get 20% off. Have a whiskey, shave your nuts, and enjoy the episode, you know?
I like gingers.
The dude is a hound like so many other people in his athletic prowess and ability. It's just the media didn't exist back then. So they didn't know that he owed a lot of money to people. They didn't know he was out gambling constantly. I mean, so years later, they cover up all these secrets about his gambling, but it comes out he owes tons of people money. It's just, who's going to get to him? Well, he fucked with the wrong asshole who had the right people that did a dumb thing. Those two kids, I don't think they were going to kill him. I think they were going to fuck him up. But one thing led to another, and they decided to teach him a lesson at the hands of a bigger boss. They didn't snitch. Those kids, those two dudes that killed his father, it never came out that they worked for an organization, but I don't believe it for a fucking second that they did.
Oh, they found those kids?
Yeah, those two guys got caught. I mean, well, that's another thing. That's another conspiracy that you can look up online. There are two men that got accused of the murder and put on trial for the murder. Who knows if they were the ones that did it? I don't know. There's no fucking cameras. There's no proof. The cops found him. How they found him? How did they find anybody? I don't know. Especially in that era, you know. I just don't buy it. And I don't think that Commissioner David Stern or who was it at the time? It was Stern, right? Wasn't it Stern back then? Wasn't it still Stern? Asks him to go play baseball for a while, and then Jordan covers it up and says, my father always wanted I always wanted to play baseball, and I want to take some time off. And it's like, dude, he walked away because somebody had some good knowledge and went to the league and was like, hey, if you don't make him go away, something bad's going to happen. So they had to make him go away so the heat could die down and the relations could get figured out.
Question.
Yeah.
Some people say, some people would argue that in order to be as focused as Jordan was, like to have that like hyper focus on success, it's very hard to have huge character flaws that exist at the same time. Like gambling addiction. Now, I'm not saying I believe this per se, because I can make an argument for why he was into gambling for sure. But like some people would say that because he's that singularly focused at achieving his goal, and he's so good at that, it would be very difficult to coexist with this severe gambling addiction. Right?
You're right.
And that's what some people say. You don't believe that's possible. You think
No, I think in the same way that Tiger Woods was obsessed with punani, is the same way that Jordan was obsessed with gambling. Tiger Woods getting pussy 24/7 had nothing to do with his golf game. The most singular focus in his life. You find out that when he puts the clubs back in the bag and they go back in the trunk, the moment he gets in the whip, he's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, where can I get my dick sucked? Let's go. Where are you meeting me? You know what I mean? Like, you find out that when the focus for the game is done, it doesn't mean he turns that off. He's going to think about it. He just has to feed the addiction. And for Jordan, the addiction was gambling. But nobody who ever has been around him has said otherwise. I know on a personal account, someone that I obviously am not, it's not my business to tell their name, but they've golfed with Jordan in Florida multiple times because they're friends with a couple of pro golfers. He goes golfing all the time down there where all those guys live. They never not bet. They don't not bet. Jordan doesn't play golf for fun, with his buds. He's going out there because it's another way to get that gambling bug, that addiction bug, that competition bug out. And by the way, Jordan beating you in golf, it's not fun. Jordan beating you and taking 50 grand from you in golf, it's a little bit more fun for him. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a notch he needs to make it feel that it's worth it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude.
That's how I kind of justified it. Like, he was trying to recreate the feeling of heightened competition. And
Totally.
the way you do that is not just competing. The way you do, like, for example, when you play a regular season game, it's exciting. And then once you've played in the playoffs, the regular season is a little less exciting. And then once you play in the finals, the regular season is boring as fuck, right? So he's like, how can I need to compete, and how can I create the stakes? If I add the element of financial loss, now all of a sudden my heart is beating again. So maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe life is boring.
Right.
It's like, that's why I've never wanted to gamble on sports, because I enjoy watching sports, and I'm concerned if I start gambling on it, it will fuck up the experience for me.
Same, dude, same. I played fantasy football back when it first started, a decade ago, when people just first started passing it around.
Yeah.
And you knew a couple friends at a work, some guy had an office pool, and he was like, you should play with these guys I work with. So I did it for a couple years, maybe 15 years ago or whatever. And then I never did it again, because after a couple seasons of it, I found myself like getting more obsessed with my little bullshit than enjoying any of the game. And I know a lot of my friends to this day, they argue with me. They're like, no, you can separate the two. And I was like, I can't. I'm not good at that. Yeah. I would get so annoyed at losing in my fantasy football, I wouldn't even give a fuck about watching the games anymore. I'd be annoyed. It would be over. I think you're right on the money. I just think he needed to fill that feeling. It's why these teams, you look at a lot of teams, sport dependent, but like you look at a lot of these teams that win a championship, the next year, a lot of them have weird slumps, or they have slow starts, or they just can't get back because you won the thing. So it's like, how can I get this engine ready to start from zero? I got to the top of the fucking mountain. What am I? I'm going to run this thing again, I guess. I don't know, like maybe, but I'll do it on my own time. I think those guys are looking for something. Look at it like this. You can't name me one person at a pinnacle level, sports or otherwise, like a Jordan, like a, fucking Gates or Bezos or any of these guys, Musk, that are at the top of whatever their industry is, that don't have obsessive, addictive personalities outside of their business. They all do. Every single one of them. Whether or not you see it all the time is a different story. We're just more prevalent to it because of the media. Tiger Woods, if he did that fucking in Jack Nicklaus's era, you'd have never known. The Golden Bear was probably dicking his dip in a bunch of stuff. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, the media lets these guys have their addictions exposed now, when back then nobody knew. It was just a different time. I mean, you can't tell me someone that big they just don't have this chaotic addiction in their mind. They're upset. How else would you get up that high? It would be impossible.
Yeah, maybe it's a form of OCD.
So maybe it's obsessive compulsive. Yeah, something. I mean, it doesn't mean that they're addicted. It doesn't mean they have to be addicted to women or drugs or gambling. But it's something. Do you know what I mean? There's something that must occupy their mind so heavily that gets them to a place mentally where they're able to be very creative in these other or successful in these other realms of their brain. I've never met a successful person in my life who isn't either neurotic or obsessive or extremely dominant and aggressive as fuck. I've never met them. I don't know. There's no beta executives. You're never going to meet a guy who runs a fucking Fortune 500 company that's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did that bum you out? I'm sorry I said that." No way.
That's a good point.
It's just not the way. That's just not the way of the world, man. I mean, look at as crazy as this is. Look at Kim Jong-un's ass. He's so fucking aggro. He won't let people know he's dead. That's how dope. Even when he's dead, he doesn't want people to know he's dead. He's that good. He's like, even when I die, don't let them know.
Is he dead? You think?
Oh, he's dead, dog. He's dead. Of course he's dead.
You think,
of course
dude?
He's dead. Yes. Why would he?
Bro.
Yeah. You're gonna miss those visits.
I fucking
you and
love
Dennis
that
Rodman,
guy, dude. I love that guy, dude.
Yeah,
that guy was a legend, man.
Have you seen his sister? Have you seen the woman that's supposed to take over?
Oh yeah, she looks like Michael Che. Dude, her and Michael Che look exactly the same. Look at them next to each other. They look exactly the same. I don't care what anybody says. Dude, I swear to God, when they showed a picture of her, I was like, bro, is this bitch do a weekend update? What the fuck's going on over here? Dude, no, she's gonna hold it down. Shouts to her. What's her name?
I don't know. Kim Jong Kim. I have no fucking idea. Kim out of Kimchi. I have no idea who she is. She
Dude, how does Bobby feel about all this? He's a little closer to it, right?
Okay, so her name is
Bobby Lee about this?
About Kim Jong-un. He hates all the comparisons people put online of her name is Kim Yo Jong. Kim Yo Jong. Kim Yo Jong.
Kim Yo Jong.
People always say that. People always make the jokes to Bobby about Korean stuff about Kim Jong Un, and it's funny. Half of the time he like gets into it, and then he'll like have a day where he's mad about it and doesn't want to talk about it. Like I think it hits him in a weird, like he like we filled the studio with a bunch of like a little baby gong and panda bears, and I put a bunch of eucalyptus in there, and we all laugh about it. And then once in a while he's like, I don't want this fucking gong by me. But then it makes me know I'm gonna get more stuff next week, more Asian shit to put near him. Every week I bless him with some new Asian shit in the studio.
You got to get like a Kim Jong Un bobblehead. That would be sick.
Yeah. Just put it on his desk. I want to.
Kim Yo Jong, dude.
Kim Yo Jong.
Dude,
Kim Yo Jong.
What a woman,
yeah,
bro. What a
she went to the Olympics. She went to the Olympics, and I think the most ace shit she did was like, you know, when they stand up for the other countries or whatever, and they zoom in on her, and her face was so, like stoic as fuck.
Yeah,
no
dude.
emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's who you need to run the country. No emotion.
Yes.
Someone blank as fuck. You're gonna have someone take over.
Would you let her get on top? Would you let her get on top and ride that fucking red rocket?
100%. Yeah, because she knows exactly what she's doing. Yes. Because and by the way,
let her be in control.
Yes, because I know that all she wants to do is make sure that I come the best I've ever come. Because if I ask her, you know, we're fucking, and I'm like, don't you want to come? And she's like, I don't come. That's for weak people. And I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? She just puts me in my place. She thinks coming is a weakness for women. She's like, women who come are weak people.
Now, when you finish, does she give you one of those like warm, moist towels? Like, how exactly does it work when you?
No, man. She's real direct. When as soon as I'm done, she gets up off me and she goes, get up, wash yourself, go, wash yourself now. She makes me wash, and she stands there while I wash.
Right.
Feet, more feet. I wash off my feet, and she goes, okay, change. We must leave now. She's direct with me, dude. I like it. I got to be honest. I enjoy my life with her. Yeah, we have a good little time. I'm not her bitch, but you know, she does boss me around.
Dude, we got to go to North Korea, man.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Man. They got no corona.
How do we get an invite over there? What do you have to do?
Need an invite.
You just show up?
You go to that DMZ, and then you just walk across.
That's it, dude. You don't have to show your allegiance. Do you have to do so? We should get tattoos. We should get North Korea tattoos to be like, bro, we're serious about it. You know, you can see right
100%.
here, we're dead serious.
Let's go.
We
should
should
go there.
We should put on a comedy show. Let's do a comedy show.
We'll do a comedy show, and you know, we won't charge money. We'll just say you need to bring like 3 high chews. And if you bring like 3 high chew snacks, then you get in, and then it's lit. It's simple as that. I'm really down with that, dude. I'm all about that. Eat some beam bop.
Let's go.
That North Korean beam bop, you know it's gonna.
The beam
slap,
bop
bro.
is so good.
The North Korean beam bop.
That sizzling egg, bro. Yeah, man. That's what we serve at the shows. I'm in. Dude, go. I'm down. I'll do it.
North Korea.
It'll be me, you. We got to bring. They only like whites, huh? They're racist. They don't want any non-whites, right?
No, you could bring blacks. There, Dennis Rodman was a black.
Not really though.
So you need to bring like trans blacks. we got to bring a trans black with us.
If you're gonna bring a black guy, he's got to have he's got lip piercings and lipstick, like you know. You know what I mean? Like.
Thing.
Yeah, he's got to be, you know.
Who's the
like
gayest black comic? Article. Who's the gayest straight black comic that you guys have out there in LA?
The gayest straight black comic would be like, that's tough. I don't know. Like, who is it in New York? Who's the gayest straight black comic?
Straight black comic in New
York. Who's the gayest straight white comic in New York?
Is that one? Oh, fuck. The gayest straight white comic?
Yeah.
Who's the gayest straight white comic? Oh, it was Harrison Greenbaum.
I don't know who that is. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, like he said he was straight. He also did magic, and he did.
That's it. Bro. Stop. You're done. That's it. That's it. He did magic. That was it.
He did stand up, and he had like a super gay voice, which is his. That's what I understand about the gay voice. Like that's up to you, right?
Yes, dude. I watched a documentary that got a lot of criticism called The Gay Voice. You can look it up. I think it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it was done by a guy who's gay, and he got so much hate in the gay community because he did a thing saying he talks.
It's a
he
fake
has a very-
voice.
Yeah,
It's
he has a very
fake
deep voice. And he's like, that's cultural. That's just cultural influence. That's all that is. That's cultural influence.
You're choosing to talk like that because you speak with the accent from wherever you're from, right? Like if you're from New York, you have a New York accent. You're from Chicago, you have a Chicago accent, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
why is it that somebody is from New York, they're from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, and they're like, yes! Like you wouldn't hear that sound ever in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, right? Like it's like, hey, you want to get a pizza at the corner? Yes, I would love to get a pizza at the corner. It makes no sense, right?
Yeah, man. It's cultural. It's his cultural. And this guy talks about it in the documentary, and a lot of gay dudes in it get mad at him. And it's like, first of all, he's exploring the idea. That's all. He wasn't shitting on it. He's saying, I believe, because he goes, I speak with he's like from Kansas. He's like, I speak with a very like farm Midwest slang. Yeah. He's like, I don't have the gay voice. And he goes, I get criticized in the gay community. Other gay dudes are like, he talks too domineering, and he sounds like he's like he's better than us because we have this accent. It's like, no, dude, fucking some people adopt those things and others don't. Dude, if you go to London for long enough, you start turning into Madonna, where you get like the little like this fucking weird British accent that comes out. Yeah.
We were just talking about that. So I guess my question is, where is Ron Funches from?
Ron.
What city got that accent, bro?
Ron is from the south side of Chicago, and then they moved to Portland.
Ah.
So come on. Like Portland is the most white hippie, weird, like
rudest city I've ever been to in my entire life. When they told me Corona was there, I rejoiced. They said the first cases of Corona are in Portland, and I went like this. I went like that. I balled up a fist, and I just went like that.
You know what's funny though?
Rudest city I've ever been to.
Here's my thing though. I love the Pacific Northwest. I've always loved Seattle. I've always loved Vancouver, Portland. There's a beautiful cities up there, but for some reason, the culture in Portland is so judgmental. It's like there's this very holier than thou attitude. I mean, fucking Fred Armisen's show Portlandia, in a nutshell, explains that they judge the fuck out of everybody. You are up for judgment. It is social justice heaven, dude. It's crazy.
Dog.
It's crazy.
We went to this restaurant, right? And it didn't have any like seating really. So I asked the woman that worked in the restaurant, I was like, hey, could you recommend a restaurant where we could have like some table service or something like that in the area? And then she goes, yeah, do you have a phone? And she goes, do you have a smartphone? I go, yeah. And she goes, why don't you try typing it in that?
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Although, by the way, props on that slap, because she slapped you hard right there.
Dude, she slapped me hard.
She slapped you hard.
This social
right
justice
in your
warrior
fucking
bitch.
face.
And then I'm sitting there with Alex. You know Alex, right?
Yeah.
Does all the video for me. He's black, right? And loud in the restaurant, I just go, why'd you call my friend the N-word? Hey, I go, why'd you call him the N-word? That's inappropriate. That's not nice. Bitch. That's one of those things I wish I did in the moment, but I actually just tucked my tail between my legs and I walked out.
Because she slapped you, dude. She slapped you hard. She was like, get the fuck up out of here.
Dog, I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
But there is a weird attitude in Portland and here's what's strange about Portland though. Like I said, I love the Pacific Northwest. It's fucking gorgeous up there, man. Some of the best days I've ever had were in Seattle with my buddy going to this little beach that he took me to, out there drinking beers on paddle boards and shit. It's gorgeous up there, man. You go to rural Oregon and rural Washington, different world. It's crazy how different it is. You're talking Portland is like, if Portland is fucking, the tip top of social justice, you go to fucking rural Oregon, that's backcountry, hunting, fishing, fucking fighting, Trump shit. It is the polar opposite in country bumpkin Oregon. Nothing like Portland. Not even close, man. It's a different world. It's different. East Washington, different world, man. I have a buddy who's from out there. It's hunting and fishing. It's conservative as fuck. It's just the coast,
Hunting,
coastal
fishing.
cities.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. They get it.
You want to get out there? I want to live on a lake. I want to retire one day on a lake. I want to die on a lake. That's what I want. I want to die overlooking a lake. That's my dream to me. When I'm done with LA, I want to go to a lake somewhere, get a house on a lake.
That's the most Chicago shit ever, bro.
I love lakes, bro. I fucking love because
Of course you do, dog. Of course you do.
where
That's
you
that
want to
early
die, bro? You want to
childhood.
die. You want to die in Manhattan. You want to die in that fucking overcrowded, congested city. You want to die there?
Santino,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die, baby.
Okay, bro. All right. Okay, respect. Hey, I'm gonna
selling
play
my
this.
soul too, Santino. I'm going to Mars with Elon, bro. I'm not playing around. I'm gonna leave y'all on this earth.
You're not leaving me, bitch. You're not
Oh, you
leaving me.
coming?
I got a ticket to ride. I
coming?
got a ticket to ride. Yeah, I called Elon. I called him up. I said, bro, scoot over. Put me in the back. At least put me in the caboose of that bitch. Put me by the flames. I'll scoop and shovel to keep that thing moving to space. I'm going. I'm out. As soon as we can get out, I'll go for sure. I can't believe. You know how many people already have that ticket? I would love to see that list of how many people have the exit ticket. You know what I mean? Oprah. Fucking.
But real talk, would you want to go or would you want to stay and see this shit just fucking devolve? That'd be dope too.
No, I'd want to go.
I like
want
that.
to go.
Like, my favorite genre of movies, post-apocalyptic. Like I love what happens when there's no rules. Like let's see some real shit go down.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When you're up there with them, they have a feed so you can see everything going on down below. You can.
If
It's like
we have
that's
the
a movie.
feed,
That's
fine.
movie night. That's movie night. They're like every Monday we gather to watch Earth crumble. It's every week is a new episode, and they produce it like it's a TV series. Like they pay producers down there in drones to shoot this shit and send it back up to us.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Well, I love it. We're doing that shit.
I love it.
We're doing
dude.
it.
I love it.
Yo, have you rescheduled all your dates for traveling?
Pretty much, man.
Like, when are you going to start going back out for real?
I mean, I'd go back out tomorrow if they let it happen. I don't really want to do like the half full shit. I think that could really affect shows if like if there's a lot of space in between the seats and just people aren't connected and together. But I'm a little bit more bullish than most people right now. Like I really think once people see it's okay to go outside, then everybody's going to run outside. Because we act like we're afraid to go to shows, go to these things. The second they open up the salons, every one of these girls is going to get their pussy waxed and their eyebrows done, their fucking hair done, etc. So you're not really that concerned to be in a business, right? And the second you're in that business, you're like, all right, I'll just go to this restaurant. I was in a restaurant with all these people. All right, fuck it, I'll go to the show. So I think we'll deal with some masks and shit in the show. But I'm starting to think within 2 months of us being open, I think we'll be back to normal. Now, the government might not allow it, but if May 15th we open up, I think by July 15th we should be good to go.
Yeah, I hope, dude. Something inside me says
I don't know if I know
August
how to do
is,
stand-up
you know.
anymore, to be honest with you. I haven't done stand-up in so fucking long, bro.
Everybody over here. Well, here's the other thing. They're doing all these online stand-up things, and people keep offering me, and I'm like, I can't. No, I can't. That is not. No, thanks. I can't.
It's not stand-up.
The weirdest. No, it's not. And to think that we're gonna be able to even get the satisfaction from that, it's methadone. It's methadone to heroin. I need the heroin. I can't have the methadone. It's gonna make me just want heroin anyway. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be
Advil
jonesing
to
so
heroin.
hard. Yeah. It's
not, you know what I mean? It's not even close because we like the laughter, we like the reaction, we like the connection, and we're not getting any of that.
Right.
So
I know.
can't
Well,
do that shit.
No, I know, and I've been. A few people have talked to me about doing them, and I said no. No, thank you. I've said no, thank you to like 3-4 people already, and I get it. Look at it like this. Some people don't have any other streams of income, and this for a lot of stand-ups, they got to do something to make a couple of bucks. And I don't blame anybody for doing what they have to do. I can't. I know I'll hate that feeling. I won't be able to do what I do, so I just can't do that, man. I can't stand up there and talk to a computer of audience members I never see. It's not for me. I mean, they're trying. There's a dude that's doing one where you can see the audience on a feed. That's weird. He pitched it to me. Somebody gave me an email today. Some company, one of these big fucking companies is, that's the other thing. All these companies, these media companies, they're going to be trying to expand during this time by thinking of new shit. Like, hey, let's jump aboard what's happening. And I think that's going to tank them even harder because they're walking into water that they got no business swimming in. It's like, you You've never done this. Why do you think now is the time to capitalize on it? You know?
Right. Yeah.
When,
you could
by
be
the way,
right, man.
when are you doing? When are you doing this year special? When are you shooting this big special
so
that
we're
everyone
hoping
can't
for
stop
November.
talking about?
We rescheduled it for November 13th
Where?
and 14th at the Orpheum. But who knows if theaters that size will be open? Who knows if people will be able to travel? Like, there's so many who knows, man. So
What
it's
is
like,
that? What is the Orpheum? 2,500 or something? How big? How big
I think
is
it's
that?
about 2,000, maybe a little less than 2,000, maybe 2,000, maybe a little bit more, something like that. 2,000, around 2,000. So it's like, but who knows? They might do, hey, no venues over 1,500 can be open until 2021. We're going to figure it out. Honestly,
Yeah.
I wanted to do it in a big venue. I think specials actually are better once you film and once you watch them in more intimate venues, because the pacing is more similar to how one person would listen to a joke, right? When you're telling 2,000 people a joke, the pacing is much slower, but only one person watches that joke in their home, right? So when you're talking to 50 or 100 people or 200 people in a room, the pacing is a lot more similar to one person watching at home. So it just kind of blends easier, in my opinion. So if we have to shoot it in the fucking belly room, I don't give a fuck. I stand by the jokes. I don't care. But I kind of just want to do it so we can go on to the next, the next tour and the next.
Do you feel like do you feel like any of the jokes are going to be a little burnt by the time you put them out over there?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a worry.
But I'm
That's
hoping,
a big worry.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's like, I'm hoping that, one, I'm going to have some new stuff once we hit the road again, and once I'm able to get back on stage, and I'll have some bits about Corona and how it's affected me, et cetera. But I think what happens also is the jokes you have morph, and they're affected by the experiences we've just had. And all of a sudden I take those experiences into the jokes so they feel kind of new and fresh again. But man, what I've realized is like, people have a special, it comes out, it looks like it like is going to change the world, and then 2 weeks later, it's as if the special never came out. So you've got to keep on producing, you got to keep on churning out content. So for us, we're not going to stop putting out clips every week. Right? We're not going to stop this. The special will come out, and we're going to continue to do all the things we're already doing. So the special is like one part of that. So
it
is cool.
Well, when it does come out, I want to go. I want to watch you come. I want to go watch you film it.
Please, yeah. If you're in town,
I think you need some honest friends there. So in the middle of a joke, if people are laughing, you need someone to go, no, it ain't that funny. That ain't that funny. Relax. You need someone to calm it down. Boo. Boo! Yo, look, I love you to death. I'm next time we can meet up. I can't wait to see you again and hang out with everybody. I miss hanging, dude. I miss seeing people. It's a bummer, but I'm glad we got to do this. I appreciate you. We end the episode the same way. I'm gonna walk off camera. You say one word or one phrase into the camera. Say one word or one phrase to end the episode. Go ahead.
Okay, Epstein.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.